We talk about our grandmother.
Yeah. Mother is our maker.
Yeah. Our maker.
We exist because of her. Hey everyone, it's Big Sis.
And Lil Sis.
Let's discuss a little bit of our heritage today while we make a Guyanese pastry called red bread or SALARA.
Before we jump in, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and drop a comment below.
Okay, let's get into it. So today we decided to talk about our heritage. So as you guys all know by now, we're Guyanese, but we haven't went in deeper into that. We say we're Guyanese, and we said that in the last video, and my mom was like, you guys aren't Guyanese, you're Canadian. And I was like, yes, we understand. Mel and I were born here. Our parents are from Guyana.
Yeah, but we do follow along with our culture.
Yeah. I think it's kind of inevitable if you're Caribbean, really.
You're born into it.
Yeah, you just immerse into it. I mean, that's any culture, right?
Yeah.
However, the reason why we decided to talk about it today was, again, to give you guys a little more insight into who we are, who our family is. And if you're unfamiliar with Guyanese culture or Guyanese people or Guyana in general, maybe this will be a nice intro.
Yeah, you'll learn about it a little bit more.
So before we deep dive into that a little bit, we're making red bread or SALARA. Pretty much it is like a bread with a sweet coconut filling inside. And it's called red bread because the filling is dyed red. So it's coconut shavings, condensed milk, nutmeg, a little bit of vanilla essence, and it's all warmed up and toasted in a pot and then mixed together. And then you spread it over bread dough.
This is our first time making it, so no judgment. This is a judgment-free zone.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Big judgment-free zone because we are not actually using bread dough because our bread maker, Mel's dad, is in Guyana right now, actually. Yes. We don't know how to make bread on our own, which is fine. Totally fine. Yeah. However, my aunt, she has given us a little hack to make it maybe a little more fluffy, a little more enjoyable than, because sometimes, in my opinion, like the red bread that we buy at the West Indian store, it comes a little hard. Yeah, a little tough, a little hard, a little thin, a little unenjoyable. So we're gonna be using like a puff pastry. So don't judge, because when you see the end result and you see how we bite it, because we'll show you, it's damn delicious.
Yep. Ooh, what should we talk about first? There's a lot to talk about when it comes to our culture, our heritage.
Well, okay,
let's talk about our parents. Let's start from below.
Beginning origins.
Yes. We talk about our grandmother.
Yeah, mother is our maker.
Yeah. Our maker.
We exist because of her.
Pretty much the glue of our family, if I must say so myself.
I would agree. Also, I think everyone would agree. To be honest. So my mom, they all came here when my mom was about 15.
My mom came here when she was about 19, I think.
And Uncle Navin, Mel's dad, he is like 2 years younger than my mom, and Tizina is
3?
Maybe 3 years older than my mom.
You can work out the math in your head.
Yes, please.
You know from before that we can't do math,
so okay, so personally, I haven't been to Guyana by myself. I really wanted to this year, but due to some unforeseen circumstances, I am ball and chain stuck in Ontario this year, for the most part. Mel has been, when she was younger, quite a few times.
Yeah, I've been like 4 or 5 times, but most of them I don't remember too well. But there are a few things that I do remember there. I have heard that it's developed a lot since the last time I've been there, and I am going pretty soon. Yes. Next month. So I'm really excited to see how much it's changed since the last time I've gone there.
Yeah, so she's going in March. I really wanted to go this year because Uncle Dan is spending a lot of time there this year because he's opened up his business. Yay, Dad. And he's doing really well. He's doing his works, and he absolutely loves it there. Like he's flourishing in Guyana. Like I don't think I've ever
seen glowing.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen my uncle look so young and so spring chickeny.
Spring chickeny.
But yeah, so maybe just a little more, because we don't really have a background story for Guyana, obviously, like a little more background story for like our parents. My mom she was actually just telling us. So like when Mother was growing up there, they're from 57 Village. If there are any Guyanese people out there watching our video, if you're from there, you know, drop a comment, let us know. We'll hook you up with Mother so you guys can talk.
We're probably family.
Their growing up in Guyana was so much more fun and so freeing. Like they used to climb guava trees and mango trees, and they used to have my mother had chickens. They used to raise chickens for like their own eggs and stuff, and also maybe like killing the chickens to eat them, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
They also had dogs, but they never had like actual pet dogs. Like their dogs would be outside dogs only.
Yeah, like if any of you know any Guyanese people, I'm not sure if the Trinidadian culture also follows this, but Guyanese specifically, they are so against having dogs in their house. Not all of them, but at least our family, they're very against having dogs in their house.
Well, not anymore.
Not anymore, but they were for a very long time until her sister, my cousin, got a dog, and they kind of grew into it, right?
Kind of grew. Her mom was like basically allergic to dogs forever, and then now she's like, she loves Clover. Clover hangs out with her. She cuddles with Clover. My mom, the same thing. My mom, every day, she's like,
even Mother.
Yeah.
Even Mother.
Mother, oh my God.
They're so used to having them outside. Bottom of the story.
Yeah. But honestly, our culture is just really rich in like the way the people grew up, like food. I'm sure I'm biased. I can eat our curry every single day.
Me too.
Dal, like my best friend, she's fed up with me. Every time I go to Florida, she doesn't even ask me what I want to eat when I get to her house anymore. Her mom just automatically makes dal and curry for me. And she's like, I just don't understand how you eat this all the time, but I love it.
Don't knock it till you try it.
Yeah. Our food's not limited to just curries. We have fried rice. We have cook up, which is generally a vegetarian dish. It's like rice, coconut milk, various provisions like plantain, cassava. Sometimes like we add meat to it because we like meat in our cook up, but most people keep it vegetarian and like make meat on the side. We have our national dish, which is pepperpot. Love pepperpot. That's like fan. That's like what we look for. Okay, well, I look forward to it on Christmas time. What else? We also have a lot of carnivals and festivals. Like that's another really beautiful thing about Guyana. Like we have a lot of different people. Like we have Indian people, we have just like us, which we're descendant from Indians as well. We have Asian people, we have white people over there, we have black people.
Pretty much everyone that you can think of.
And it really just makes it beautiful because our culture is already so diverse as it is, and it just makes it so much more beautiful. Mm-hmm. We also have a lot of different religions over there, which is also really beautiful. So one thing Mel's actually going to be in Guyana for will be Pagua,
which is, we call it Pagua, but it's actually called Holi. You've definitely heard of it before. It's actually the festival of colors, and it is so fun. And we don't get to celebrate it the way that it's originally celebrated, the way that our parents celebrated it when they were growing up. Mainly what you do in Guyana for it is you take a bunch of colored powder, you just throw it all over the place, throw it at everyone, you throw it in the sky, you do everything so much fun.
So if you've ever experienced Juve during Caravana time here in Toronto,
very similar.
Basically the same premise, however, like Pagua and Holi is more of like a religious thing, but still fun. Like first you guys would start off at Mandir, right? You gotta go to temple, go to church, and then that's like the celebration of it all. It's actually really beautiful.
Yeah. And so back when my parents were growing up, they used to go to the Mandir, they used to pray, and then they'd come out and they'd have the big celebration. I'm really, really hoping that I get to experience that when I'm there because I've never experienced it like they do over there. But yeah, before I tell you more about what I'm gonna do in Guyana, we cannot forget to bake this red bread.
Yeah.
So let's get started and then I'll continue on.
Okay. So we're not going to talk while we make it. We're just going to show you the assembly of it all. And also I'll insert a video on how I made the filling. And I'll put all the instructions on screen and I'll leave them in the description below. So watch us roll out our pastry dough.
So now that the red bread is baking in the oven, I said I would come back and talk about where I'm going to be going in Guyana and the different places I'm going to be going in Guyana and some of the places that I want to visit. So first, I know my dad had told me that there's a river called Essequibo River. I've never been. Have you ever heard of it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited. He told me it's a very fun place to hang out. Another one is Demerara Bridge, which is actually one of the longest floating bridges in the world.
It's a floating bridge?
Yeah.
I didn't actually know that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And while we're down there, apparently they have jet skiing as well, and I've never been on a jet ski, so I'm really excited. Yeah.
Oh my god, I thought you guys did jet skis when you went to Key West.
Oh no, we didn't. It was packed. That's when I went to Florida. Then there's also I want to visit Kaikoura Falls really, really bad.
That would be really nice.
I think it's the longest single drop waterfall in the world. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that one. But yeah, they have like a helicopter ride. Kind of, if you're from Toronto, you know they have a helicopter ride that goes around the CN Tower. It's pretty similar to that. I don't know if they have one at Niagara Falls, but yeah, similar to that. That seems fun. Also, last time I went, they had a mall, but it wasn't as developed as I hear it is now. There's a mall called Giftland Mall that I want to go visit. They have pretty much everything you can think of that we have in
the
US.
Dad said it's just like Square One.
Canada, yeah, exactly. And then also Seawall, which my dad loves to talk about. He loves to visit there. It's basically just like sitting down and viewing like Guyana's coastline. So I'm really excited to see that.
When you had gone to Guyana in the past, did you go back to like where Mom and Dad grew up?
I did. So it's
not like see like the house they grew up in.
Yeah, it's not like I don't want to see where they grew up in, but yeah, I've seen where my dad and his siblings and his mom lived, and I also saw where my mom's dad lived and where my mom's mom lived. Where she grew up. 2 places.
What was that?
I don't know. 2 places.
So the red bread we have in the oven for 25 to 30 minutes. We did some peak checks, and it's obviously not going to come out like red bread that you all know. Why are you clearing your throat like that?
I actually had something in my throat.
Because we're using the pastry puff. However, we have high hopes. Okay, so we got the red bread out of the oven. We placed it on a nice little tray and cut it first. Looks so good. I think it came out really nice.
Me too.
It's obviously not just as brown as like regular red bread.
Yeah.
And you don't get to see the swirls that well in there from like the bread.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, but because the pastry is like a little light colored.
Yeah. Still looks really good though. I'm excited to try it.
Yeah, so we cut up our little red bread squares already. And Mom, come on in.
Woo! Welcome, Auntie Pam.
Hello, everybody.
Okay. Go ahead, take your red bread. Ready to take your red bread? Oh my God.
No. Okay.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers.
What do you think?
Wow, it's amazing. You guys did a good job.
It tastes really good. I didn't expect it to taste like
that. Me too, honestly.
Wow, they said when you leave it the next day, it tastes even better. So imagine what it would taste like tomorrow. Awesome, girls. Keep it up.
Okay, keep chewing.
Good job.
Keep chewing. Now, are you done chewing?
I took a big bite. I'm sorry.
Now, is there anything that you'd want to change?
Next time, less coconut. It has a lot of coconut. It's a lot of filling.
Okay.
And maybe double up on the, what is on the outside there?
Oh, the pastry?
Pastry, sorry. Double up on the pastry because it's a little thin.
Okay.
But tastes amazing.
Awesome.
Great job.
Good job, us.
Bye, everybody.
Good, cool. We'll give you.
So quick.
I know. I'll give you another look at our red bread, or SALARA,
So yummy.
but I think it was really good.
Yes.
I like it. Okay, so when I made the filling, I didn't put. Okay, obviously I put like a whole can of condensed milk, but I also used a whole bag of coconut shavings, and I only used a little bit extra of the condensed milk, so it's not overly sweet. And coconut is already has like that sweetness to it, so I think it's really good. Because there's sometimes you get red bread and it's like
not sweet enough.
Well, I was gonna say too sweet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sometimes it tastes like just sugar.
Sometimes I get it, and the outside is way too hard, and it's not sweet enough. But this is really good. Just like Auntie Pam said, I think we should have cut down on the coconut a little bit. I think it's a little bit too much stuffing, but we'll see how it tastes tomorrow, and we'll update you guys.
Yeah, Mom said that when it gets stale or like a day old, it tastes way better. Yeah. So let's see. But I wonder if that applies to the filling or to the bread that they usually make it in. Either way, we're gonna eat this tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that pretty much sums up our first baked red bread journey.
Yep.
And a little bit into our heritage, a little bit out of our country. If you want to know more things about Guyana or where our parents are from, or if you've ever been and there's anything that you'd like to tell us,
or if there's anywhere you've been, let me know so that maybe I can visit when I go.
So her trip is not until March, and we'll definitely come back when the time comes for her Guyana updates. And I'm trying so hard to focus on this, but all I want to do is eat the red bread.
I know, me too. I just don't want to chew it so close.
ASMR. Okay, a little ASMR red bread for you, or red bread ASMR. But yeah, that's it for this afternoon.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm Big Sis.
I'm Lil Sis.
And before you leave, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, please, if you haven't done already. That's very helpful for us.
And come back next time to discuss more things with us.
Bye.